Okay. All right, so just coming down into Shavasana, you can use any of those props, your set of block, a bolster, a pillow, a strap, to settle in to not your resting pose, but your starting pose. Maybe allowing your heels to touch, toes gently fall open, resting your arms by your side. Inhale and exhale. Feeling your belly rise on your inhale, belly fall on your exhale. Maybe closing your eyes, setting an intention for class today. Few more breaths just like that. On your exhale, melt all the way in towards your mat. On your next inhale, gently reach your arms long overhead. Allow your feet to walk over to the right side of your mat. Cross your right ankle over the left. Draw your upper body over to the right side. Right hand grasps left wrist, coming into a crescent moon over to the right side. Maybe your limbs are gently off of your mat. Trying to keep both hips pressed in towards the floor. Maybe both shoulders stay in contact with the mat. Holding here, create a banana shape with your body over to the right side. Think about expanding your limbs opposite directions on your inhales. And on your exhale, sinking your body, shoulders, elbows closer in towards the floor. Keeping the connection of your hands. On your next inhale, gently release your right foot. Having your heels touch, toes fall open. And just continuing to breathe here. Allowing your legs to extend out long side by side. On your next inhale, gently lift your left leg and cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Trying to continue to allow both hips to fall in towards the floor. Shoulders fall open. Maybe feeling a slight crunch along your right oblique. Stretching along the left side body. Hold it here for one more full breath. On your next inhale, gently release your left heel. Place it back to meet the right. Just heels touch, toes fall open, side by side. Continuing to lean your body over to the right side. Gently let it all go on your exhale. Gently come back to center, walking your shoulders, walking your feet back in towards the center. Draw your knees in towards your chest. You're welcome to use a strap here. We're going to find happy baby. Knees tracking towards the outer edge of your shoulders, avoiding your rib cage. You're welcome to grab the back side of your thighs, maybe your calves, maybe the outer knife edge of each foot, with or without that strap. You can come into any variation of happy baby here. Maybe just holding, pressing your lower back in towards the floor. You're welcome to rock from side to side. Sitting here and breathing. You can extend one leg at a time, coming into ninja baby. Of course, what you do on one side, repeating on the other side to keep everything symmetrical. Continuing to hold here in your happy baby. Maybe think about stamping the sole of your feet up towards the ceiling by flexing your toes. Knees tracking towards the outer rib cage. Gently rock back to center, grabbing a block and placing a block between your thighs. Drawing your knees directly over your hips. Shins are parallel to the floor. Cactus the arms, bringing your elbows out wide, palms facing up to open up your chest. By keeping both shoulders pressed in towards the floor, allow your knees to fall over to the right side. Supine twist. You can place another block or a pillow underneath your right knee. Just allowing your knees to fall over to the right side. You're welcome to extend your arms out like a T, or to continue holding your arms just like a cactus. Gaze can be over your knees, up towards the ceiling, or to deepen that stretch, you can gently look over your left shoulder. Trying to keep both shoulders and your right hip in towards the mat. Both knees gently falling over to the right side. Expanding your lungs in all dimensions on your inhale. And on your exhale, just allowing your knees to fall a little bit closer to the floor. Maybe squeezing that block between your thighs to add a little more heat to your lower body. You can also always set that block off to the side at any point in time. Holding here and breathing. Supine twist to the right side. One more full breath here. And let it all go on your exhale. Using your core, gently come back to center. Release that block from your thighs. Gently set it off to the side. Extend your legs out long. Extend your arms overhead. Create a tiny arch in your lower back, arms and legs reaching long in opposite direction. One more full breath here. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. With keeping your arms overhead, gently walk your feet over to the left side of your mat. Inhale, reach your left leg up and over your right ankle. Gently draw your upper body, torso, shoulders, head, all the way down to your fingertips over to the left side. Left hand grabs right wrist, deepening that stretch over to the left side. Creating that crescent moon shape with your body, this time to the left. About keeping both hips, maybe both shoulders pressed in towards the floor without forcing it. Belly rise on your inhale. Belly falls on your exhale, melting deeper in towards your mat. Let it all go on your next exhale. With your inhale, gently lift your left leg and plant your left heel to meet the right. Continuing to pull your right arm with your left hand over to the left side. Legs, hips, calves, ankles, toes, all side by side. Next inhale, gently lift your right leg and plant your right heel over your left ankle. Trying to keep both hips stay pressed in towards the floor. Feeling that stretch deepening a little bit more along the right side body. Those obliques crunching on the left side. One more full breath here. Let it all go on your exhale. Gently release the bind of your right ankle and your arms. Walk your limbs back to center, full stretch. Gently draw your knees in towards your chest, knees tracking towards the outside of your rib cage, towards the same shoulder. You can use that strap by grabbing the backside of your thighs, maybe your calves, maybe the outer knife edge of each foot. Coming into your happy baby. You can, of course, come into any variation of happy baby. Maybe just gently rolling side to side. You're welcome to come to a wide leg straddle by drawing your legs straighter. You can draw the soles of the feet to touch, just like a butterfly flows, but using the floor as a splint. Maybe coming to a single leg happy baby by drawing the soles of the feet back to the ceiling and releasing one leg long towards the bottom of your mat. Allowing that same hip to open. And of course, repeating the same thing on the other side. Wherever you're at, hold it for a few more breaths. Extend it out long. Try to flex through your foot, drawing your calf closer to the floor. It does not have to make contact. Knees continue to track out, avoiding your rib cage. Gently coming back to your happy baby. Release the bind from your feet, your calves, or your thighs. Grabbing that block if you used it on the right side and gently placing it between your thighs. Stacking your knees directly over your hips, shins parallel to the floor. Start by cactusing the arms, bending your elbows, palms facing up, elbows pressed in towards the floor. As you keep both shoulders in towards the floor, allow your knees to fall over to the left side. You can, of course, always set that block off to the side. You can place a block underneath that left knee or hip. You can also place a pillow if that's more comfortable underneath that left side. To deepen the stretch, you can look over your right shoulder, maybe gently allowing your right cheek or ear to come in towards the floor without forcing it. To lessen that stretch, you can bring your gaze up towards the ceiling or over your left shoulder. Holding here and breathing, supine twist on the left side. On your inhale, think about pulling your shoulders closer in towards the floor. Exhale, maybe your left knee, maybe your right knee comes closer in towards that floor, over to the left. Activate those inner and outer thighs. You can squeeze that block. If you don't have a block, you can squeeze your inner thighs together. One more full breath. Deep inhale. Let it all go on the exhale. Using your core, gently rock back to center. Gently release that block off to the side. We're going to rock and roll ourselves a few times along our spine to come up to a comfortable seated position. You can rock and roll as many times or come up on the first time. And then gently finding your comfortable butterfly position. So just those sit bones press into the floor, maybe rocking from side to side. Allow the soles of your feet to come together. You can place those blocks at any setting underneath your knees to provide support. You're welcome to use that strap around the outside knife edge of each foot, holding on to that strap and gently folding forward. You're also welcome to stay up as tall, bringing the crown of your head towards the ceiling as much as you like. Coming back to your breath. The soles of your feet are close in towards your hips. Gently walk them a few inches out, further away from your hips. Placing one block on top of the other. At any height, you can tee out the blocks. You can make them tall. You can use just one. And then gently fold forward, bringing your forehead onto that block. Rest your hands on your thighs, your knees, your calves, and then your feet. planting your forehead into that block, in towards the floor. Draw your chest towards your chin. On your exhale, really pull your ears down from your shoulders. Pull your shoulders down from your ears. Goodness. Shoulders closer in towards your hips on each exhale. Shoulders down from your ears. Just like that. And let it all go on your next exhale. Gently rise up, set those blocks off to the side. Still with your feet further away from your hips, you're making more of that diamond shape with your knees as opposed to a butterfly. Gently draw your palms facing up underneath your calves, closer towards your ankles. Stay here or bring your palms to the top shoelace portion of each foot. You can also sit up a little bit taller and wrap that strap around the arrow knife edge of your foot, pulling onto that strap. Inhale as you lengthen the crown of your head up at a diagonal in front of your toes, gently folding forward, drawing your chin, nose, forehead in towards your heels. But lengthening the crown of your head past your toes on your inhale. On your exhale, think about folding a little bit deeper in towards your toes. Wherever you're at, hold it for one more breath. Hold it for the inhale. And on your exhale, gently release your bind from your feet, from that strap. Sit up nice and tall. Extend both legs out long in front. Legs are zipped together. You can have a bend in your knees. We're going to use all those props now. You can have a bend in your knees and gently placing one or two blocks underneath your knees to keep that bend. If it's comfortable, you're also welcome to hold the legs straight. Gently placing that pillow on top of your thighs. Grabbing that strap or anything that you're using for a strap. Place it around the arch of your feet. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you fold forward. Keeping the legs zipped together. And just gently resting your chin, your forehead on that pillow. If you want to get a little bit deeper, you can set those blocks underneath your knees off to the side or even that pillow. And still with or without that strap, inhale, lengthen, and then fold forward. You can always create a bend in your knees. You can always take out that bend in your knees. Trying to hold here in the forward fold. If you need to rise up and then come back into it, that's perfectly fine. Lengthening your spine on your inhales. Feel it stretching further towards the crown of your head. On your exhale, think about folding a little bit deeper, maybe into those blocks, that pillow, maybe your thighs, your knees, your calves. Full breath right here. I'll go. Release your bind of that strap. Gently rolling up, setting any of those props off to the side, but keep them close by. Stay up nice and tall. We're going to now come into a wide leg straddle. So just drawing your legs out wide. They can be at any degree. You're welcome to place a block underneath each knee to create a bend in those knees naturally, or you can keep that bend without the blocks, or just allow your legs to fall flat in towards the floor. If you use the blocks underneath your knees, you're welcome to grab that pillow and just sit up nice and tall, and then rest your forehead into that pillow. If you have an extra spare set of blocks or you didn't use them underneath your knees, you can stack those blocks like a T, like an I, maybe just a single block at any setting, and then gently fold forward, placing your forehead either on the blocks or that pillow. Closer those props are towards your body, the more upright you're going to be in this fold. Likewise, the further out that you walk any of those blocks, pillows, the further you're going to stretch. You can keep your palms in towards the floor. To deepen that stretch, you can bring your forearms down. Try walking your hands out a little bit further in front of you. Holding here and breathing in your wide-legged forward fold. The shoulders relax down from your ears. Trying to create space between your shoulder blades. Engaging your quads to release your hamstrings. Continuing to hold wherever you're at, or any variation for a few more breaths. Walking your hands back into center. Setting any of your props off to the side. Keeping your right leg long, draw the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right leg. You can again have a bend in that right knee or release it straight. You can place a block underneath. Grabbing that strap, placing the strap around the arch of your right foot. With your right hand, grab both sides of that strap and then side bend over to the right. Try stacking that left shoulder directly over the right. Opening up your chest. Just peeking out underneath your left armpit. To intensify the stretch, you can walk your hands closer down that strap toward your right toes and pulling your upper body a little bit deeper into the right side. Continuing to breathe here. Your next inhale, gently rise up. Release that strap off to the side. Go ahead and grab your pillow, gently placing it on the top of your right thigh. Frame your right foot and then fold forward. Maybe just hugging that pillow, allowing your chin or your forehead to gently rest on that pillow. You are also more than welcome to use that strap, bind it around the sole of your right foot. Just gently hold on to that strap with each hand and continuing to fold forward, framing that right foot. Gently release that strap if you're using one. Set that pillow off to the side and just gently switching sides. Left leg extends long, draw the sole of your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. You're welcome to have a bend in that left knee naturally with or without a block under that knee. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, release over to the left side. Gently bending over that left leg, right bicep towards your right ear. Making sure that you're not folding forward by keeping that chest open. You can use a strap here by placing it around the sole of your left foot and grabbing both ends of that strap with your right hand and reaching that right arm back overhead. Excuse me. About crunching the left side body as you actively stretch the right side. You can hold that strap as far away or as close to your right foot to deepen that stretch. Release that bind of the strap if you're using one. Slowly roll up. Set that strap off to the side, grabbing that pillow and gently placing it on your left thigh, with or without that left knee bent, with or without that block under your left knee. Framing your left foot and gently fold forward. You can use that strap here as well, grabbing both sides of the strap with the same hand and then just folding forward, allowing your chin, your nose, your forehead to fall in towards that pillow. Just resting here. On your next inhale, gently release that strap. Set it off to the side. Set your pillow, your blocks off to the side as well. We're going to come into a child's pose. If you'd like to use a pillow underneath your knees, that is a great option. Mine's a little bit too thick and fluffy for that. So if you are using that pillow underneath your knees, feel free to make your blocks into an I shape. So you can just hug those blocks in front of you, bringing that floor a little bit closer up towards you, or with your knees gently on the floor, knees draw wide, toes touch, and then just allowing that pillow to come underneath you and just resting your chin on that pillow. Maybe gently resting your forehead onto that pillow or block. Also rest it on the floor if you're not using a prop underneath you. Think about reaching your fingertips long to the crown of your head, maybe past your head towards the top of your mat on your inhale. And on your exhale, allowing your full body to melt into that pillow, blocks, or towards the floor. By reaching your right hand past your right knee towards your right toes. You release your left cheek or ear towards the floor, looking over your right shoulder. You can switch sides, gently releasing your right cheek or ear towards the floor. Place your right hand by your right foot. Gently reach your right arm long back in front and just resting your forehead back onto the floor. If you tried it on the right, you can release your left hand towards your left toes or left knee. Maybe just gently drawing your right cheek or ear towards the floor. Reaching your right arm long in front, left arm long towards your toes. Try drawing your left cheek or ear towards the floor, towards your right bicep. Gently come back to the center, releasing your forehead onto the floor or your block or your pillow, reaching both fingertips out long, and then reaching both fingertips towards the same foot. And just allowing your arms to come down long by your side. And then walk your hands back under your shoulders. Gently press yourself up. Draw your knees together and then come to your left or right hip. Coming to the center of your mat. Placing one block at a low or medium height just between your shoulder blades as you roll back. We're going to find supported fish pose. You can also use a pillow underneath here, maybe allowing your palms to come down by your side, pinkies in, thumbs out. You can hold your knees bent. You can also extend your legs out long. You're welcome to allow your head, neck, and shoulders to just relax down, or you can make more of a T shape with those blocks, giving your shoulders and your neck a little bit of support. Gently placing your forearms underneath your shoulders, pressing yourself up, and setting those blocks off to the side. You are also more than welcome to keep them there if you'd like. We're going to find our final resting pose in Shavasana. You're welcome to use those props, the blocks, or the pillow in any variation. I'm just going to prop the pillow underneath my knees and then just slowly roll back down. You can place that block underneath your heels, maybe your hips, and just allowing yourself to melt back into your mat. Allowing your belly to rise on your inhales. Belly falls on your exhales. Letting everything go. Again, bringing awareness back into your breath. Maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes. Gently draw your knees in towards your chest. Allowing your knees to fall to one side. Gently propping your lower arm. Pressing yourself up. Coming to a comfortable seated position. You can use any of those props. Bringing your hands to heart center. You bring your thumb towards your third eye. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you each and every week. I wish you a wonderful week ahead. Namaste.